it's your girl. She's back with another one. You know, if you watch any of my videos, I don't think anybody watches my videos except me. But it's all good. But if you are coming back, welcome back. But this particular video is to one particular person and one particular person only. Mm, 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 mm. We thank God. Excuse me. All right, so first off, today's my birthday. Yay! I'm 29. Can you believe that? I'm 29. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. You know, I call that my 11 year. Tell me why I could not sleep. I know every time I come on here, it's like I can't sleep. I'm distraught, but I'm not a distraught type of person. You know, I'm usually pretty happy in a go. You know, in a really fluid flow. Does that even make sense? I'm good. Most of the time is what I'm trying to say. So, but yeah, like I just couldn't sleep because I just couldn't sleep. I was asleep earlier in the day. Not in the day, actually. I got home in the evening time. This was like around 7. I got off the phone with my friend. This was around 8. I woke up around 12:30 to go pray with my family. And then since then, I couldn't sleep. So I was just scrolling and it was just getting me tight because everybody's booed up. Everybody's in a relationship. Everybody's doing something. And I'm just in my bed doing nothing by myself. I'm like, what am I doing in my bed by myself? Like, so this is what this video is about. I don't know. I'm just gonna shoot my shot pretty much. I'm putting my intention out there, you know, so hopefully God sees my intention and he's like, yeah, this girl, she's actually trying, you know. I'm trying. I'm not desperate. I'm just trying. Okay. There's a difference. I'm putting my intentions out there so that God can catch and be like, my daughter was, you know, obedient. I don't know, because sometimes I be hearing stuff and I'm not really 100% sure if I'm supposed to follow through with it, but we ain't second guessing today. Okay, we ain't second guessing today. Today we just gonna go with the flow and we just gonna do what we supposed to do. All right, boom. So I'm not gonna tell y'all who it is, but I'm gonna talk to him. All right, in this video, I'm gonna just talk to him. All right, ready, set, and go. All right. So I've been watching you for a while now, and I really saw you actually in my dreams before I actually saw you on the internet and before I saw you in person. Um, usually when I see people in my dreams, it's something significant. Majority of the time, like it means that I'm supposed to know you, or I already know you, or I'm supposed to get something from you, or you're supposed to get something from me. Like there's something there. There's some type of connection, right? So that was like the first initial, you know, time when, you know, you came into the picture or whatever. So then I started watching your videos and I was like, this just feels so, what's the word? This feels so like familiar in terms of like the information you were putting out there, because the type of stuff that you were talking about was a lot of the things that I was afraid to talk about to the people around me because it was just completely different. You know, I grew up in a Christian household, so me kind of like diverting and going into spirituality and going through spiritual awakening, it was a it was a rough time for me because I didn't have a lot of people like fully on my, I don't want to say on my side, but I didn't have people that understood me, you know. So like to see a man, and then also see a man that is attractive, and then also see a man that's very masculine, because a lot of like a lot of the men that I was seeing that were spiritual, they were like, I don't want to say they were fruity or none, but like they got all the crystals, they got this, they got that. Like you gonna know that they spiritual, you know what I'm saying? And ain't nothing wrong with that, but sometimes I feel like it's over the top. I don't think that you need to be over the top to show that you're spiritual, because I mean, we're all here, so we're spiritual anyway. You know, there is, I mean, all of us are spirit, you know, even if you are NPC. I'm not gonna get into that because that's a whole nother conversation. But yeah, so I just kept watching you, and then I went to go see you in Baltimore. That was my first time seeing you. You wore this all green outfit, you know, with your signature, you know, your signature joint on your head. I'm sorry, I'm not disrespecting it at all. I like it very much. It's cool or whatever. Um, but yeah, I think, you know, you stand firm in what you believe in, and you don't really falter, and I appreciate that, because someone that someone like me that tends to jump up, you know, I'm always going somewhere else, like I'm always floating somewhere, you know, for me to go and then come back and you're still the same, you know, it means a lot to me. So thank you for being you. um yeah, so I just kept watching you over the years. It's been, I don't know how many years it's been since I saw you in Baltimore, and then I saw you again in Atlanta last year at InvestFest. And I actually went there for you, but I ended up meeting somebody else. But yeah, that was a whole different experience that I wasn't sure if I was supposed to experience, to be honest. Um, we're not gonna get into that because it was okay, but it wasn't what I wanted. I wanted to see you, but then, and also I joined your community, so I'm in your community, but I don't really fully engage. I'm just there, you know, not because of anything. I just don't know why I don't communicate. I'm not really, I don't know. I joined because I asked God, like, should I join? He said, yeah. So I said, okay. So I joined, and that was it. There wasn't anything to it. I didn't join really because I wanted to interact with people. I mean, I said, cryptocurrency. I joined two different ones. The first one was the one in school, and then the other one was Infinite Wealth Strategies. That one I joined. I paid for it, and I joined. That's crazy. I be paying for this. Like, that's how you know I like you, because I don't pay. I don't, well, that's not true. I do give people money all the time, but I don't pay substantial amount of money for anybody other than my family and my friends, you know, people that I care about, you know. And there's so many different services out there nowadays, like, but I chose to sign up with you, you know, and to me that's a big deal because I don't pay attention to a lot of men. Side note, if a woman is watching a man, right, she is watching him for a particular reason. There is a reason why she's watching him, because either she's attracted to him, or she's, you know, she gravitates towards him, or, you know, he's teaching her something, she's getting something out of it. You know, for me, I was gravitated towards you. I didn't really, initially I didn't have any real motive or anything at first. Like, it was just, I had an inkling, I had a dream, I saw you, and then, and then I kept having dreams about you, like you were asleep, and then there were people around, and then there was a time I saw that you were sitting in, surrounded by computers, and oh, and there was a time that you asked me for my name, and I told you, and then you turned, and you pointed at her, the artist, her, and I was like, that's not me, that's her. I'm Natasha, you know? But I took it as I have multiple gifts, because I see her as the artist that has multiple gifts. Like, she could play many instruments, she can sing, she can dance, she can act. Like, that's how I see myself. I see myself as like multi-talented, but I don't always like hone in on my gifts because I'm always distracted. I'm not fully. So I need to find a way to stay focused. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about you. So the whole reason why I'm even talking is because I want to let this go out into the ether. It's not about me trying to attract you to like date or any of that, even though that sounds nice or whatever, but I just want to get you out of my head. I think about you too often, a lot. You're from Oakland, St. Louis. I see that a lot. Even there's a street sign that says Lewis Avenue. I see oaks everywhere. Oakland, everywhere. The name Oakland, the animal, the eagle, everywhere. I see you as an eagle. I see you as a falcon too. You're multiple things. A panther, lion. You're many different things to me. You symbolize many different things to me, and the way that God talks to me is through symbols, numbers, shapes, colors. So I'm constantly picking up on those things, and even a song right now is coming up. It's like, it's that song, Come Inside. I don't know the lyrics, but I can hear it. I'm clairaudient. I have all the clairs. I don't really like project my gifts outward. It's like, when you experience me, then you will know. But I guess you could say I'm also psychic. I read into things. I'm really good at predicting. I don't know. I'm just really good at connecting to source, I feel like. And I know that you are too. Because sometimes I'll watch you and you would literally say what God told me. And I'm like, are you in my head? Like, how did you get there? Because there was a time where I used to think that, men were harvesting women's energy. And I'm like, okay, is it because I'm watching him? That's why he's able to gain information? But I'm like, how is that possible? But I'm like, anything's possible nowadays. So I don't know. But at the same time, I think you have a girl, you know what I'm saying? But don't you all? Look, it's okay. Honestly, maybe you're getting the information from her, because I don't think men can get all the information unless they have a woman around them. You know what I'm saying? You have to have some form of guidance from some woman around you. And I think it's your sister, but I'm not, because you mention her a lot. That's why I said that. But yeah, in your eyes, like, they speak to me a lot. And oh, there was a time, there was a video. I don't know if you be posting these videos, but there's a YouTube channel where this guy or person or you that takes their clips from Instagram, because I'm not on Instagram. I'm on YouTube most of the time. That's where I see most of your videos. So he takes clips from Instagram and he puts it on his page, and that page always comes up on my FYP on YouTube. So there was this clip where you were showing this, what's this thing? Instrument of, I guess, how they track the stars or something like that. I don't, you know what I'm talking about. It's gold and it's very ancient, and it was from Muslim scholars. That's what I remember. I think it starts with an A, but I'm not 100% sure. So tell me why I paused the video, I screenshotted it, not screenshotted, I zoomed in. Tell me why my phone started tweaking. I was like, what the heck? Even though my phone be tweaking most of the time, because it does tweak sometimes, but I take that as a sign, as like God is trying to show me something, you know, or I'm missing some type of avenue somewhere, type of thing. So I was like, okay, maybe that was just a glitch, you know, maybe that was just me, you know, because sometimes maybe I clicked something, you know. So I did it again, and the same thing happened, and I was like, something's wrong. Something's wrong. This ain't me. I know this ain't me. But like when I went on Google, it was fine. I was able to like zoom in and everything, and it was fine. And then I went back and I noticed that you have like this little scar underneath your eye. I know I be peeping stuff. I mean, if I'm constantly watching you, I'm gonna study you. You know, that's just how I'm. I don't know. That's just how I am. Like, if I'm gravitated towards you, just best believe that I'm going to, like, if I have a way to watch you, I will find a way to like study you, you know, because like, why else am I attracted to you? Why else am I drawn to you? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so you have this little scar underneath your eye. I do too. Where is it? Right here. I don't even know where I got that from. I don't know. When I was younger, I was a little wild. I used to jump off of houses and stuff and trees. But anyways, anywho, oh, I zoomed in. And it started tweaking. It wouldn't let me see. I was like, what the heck is going on? Why won't you let me see? Why won't you let me see him, his face? Like, you know. But honestly, I'm just putting it out all on the line. I feel like I have issues with limerence when it comes to you, because I will literally imagine myself like being with you, and this is not okay. Like, that's a problem, you know, like, but I don't do that with everybody, you know. It's not an everybody thing, because I don't typically do that with, like I said, I'm repeating myself. Yeah, and my mind would just go so far, you know, as if you're right here in my room, because a lot of times when I am talking to you, it's in my room, you know, and we'll be talking a storm, or when I'm in nature, we'll be talking, and then you bring up the same thing in your video, and I'm like, are we connected? Oh man, I'm not gonna lie, like, it scares me sometimes, because it could just be all in my head, you know what I'm saying? Because I spend a lot of my time in my head. Like, I don't experience a lot of things outward in the real world. Well, I do, but not in the ways in which I see it in my head. Like the way that God comes to me, he talks to me through like different avenues, through mainly through the environment, like where I am, but my environment is very protected. I don't really go anywhere, for the most part. I just started going outside recently, and when I go outside, I have to be present when I'm with other people. But when I'm by myself and I'm secluded and I'm in my own space, I get to have like this really close relationship with God. It's like I'm walking with him, I'm listening to him. And almost it's as if God is more human than, this distant, and that's the way that he kind of describes like my husband too. He's almost like him, like God. I hope this makes sense. But yeah, I'll just go and walk and I'll talk to him and he will answer me, and people will be like, oh yeah, this is schizophrenia. This is not schizophrenia. This is you talking to your inner world because everything is within, you know, you're talking to your cells, your DNA, your blood. This is where everything resides and then it manifests physically. You know what I'm saying? So I would never let anybody come to me and tell me some rubbish like that. Oh, you're bipolar. Oh, you have ADHD. Oh, you got this. Because people will try to put stuff like that. And I get it. We live in a world where they want to put you in a box, where they want to diagnose you. And as for me, I explore all of these things. Like, I don't take into account any of this stuff because it could be true, you know? And I could free myself. Like the other day I was talking to a friend about ADHD. There's a good possibility that I could be, because I tend to bounce. I tend to, be very adamant about something that I really like and I just can't let it go until I figure out the answer, you know? And my mind will just keep racing and running until it reaches the end, but it also could be my genetic makeup. Like I'm a 9, I'm supposed to reach the end. I'm supposed to reach the beginning. I'm supposed to be the encompass, the embodiment of all, so of course I'm gonna wanna keep going till I reach the end. You know what I'm saying? It is by design. It's by design. And I don't take it for granted. I just love the way God has designed my brain. The way that I choose to see the world is so beautiful. And the way that he chooses to talk to me is just, it's amazing. But like, I get impatient, you know. God's like, yeah, I have so many great things for you, but then it's like it's the devil and it's God. Like it's both. It's like, how can you be two things in one? And I'm like, is that how my husband is? Or is he just one aspect of you, God? Or does he encompass these demonic traits as well? Because he could be demonic in nature, because God is demonic in nature. He has a lot of like tendencies to do bad things. It's the truth. But when Jesus came, I guess he tried to turn his life around when his son came. Why you gonna wait till your son come? You over here trying to kill everybody, you know what I'm saying? Just because you jealous, you don't want no other gods before you? I'm not mocking God. I'm just stating the obvious. And, I'm just stating the Bible. I'm talking about... Okay, we ain't gonna go there right now. Back to this man. Y'all like my hair?